today, and then a newcomer.
Well, welcome back to Tidworth, here to the Tidworth Park Polo Club for the second part of our live stream this afternoon here on BFBS Forces News, Facebook and YouTube, as we concentrate now on the Army versus Navy, the Rundle Cup competition for 2022. And it's great to be here. If you were with us earlier, well, you would have enjoyed hopefully a cracking game between the UK Armed Forces and the US Forces, which ended 6-5 in the end to the UK Armed Forces team. Pulsating polo, really enjoyed by the crowd here at the club here, which has been for many years the home of Armed Forces polo. But now we're concentrating on the Army Navy today. The Rundle Cup started back in 1910 by General Rundle out there in Malta, who became the new governor of Malta in 1910, and he presented a trophy to be competed for between the Army and Navy for the Rundle Cup. And apart from wartime, it has been competed for every single year since, apart from 2020, and of course we had the pandemic and COVID to deal with, when really no sport happened whatsoever. But we're certainly up and running here today, and we're going to be enjoying, of course, lots of action in a few minutes' time. The Army team are away to my right hand side, just getting themselves ready. The Royal Navy team away to my left, and I'm going to disappear into the commentary hut where Colonel Simon Ledger is going to be looking after the commentary for us once more. And very shortly we'll head over to Simon to join us for our live commentary this afternoon. In fact, let's now join Simon Ledger.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we build to the Rundle Cup, the Palantine Rundle Cup, we say hi to Colonel Michael Dwyer, late of the Irish Guards and a polo player off one goal. How are you, Michael? And you? It's good to see you down here. Why haven't you come earlier? Have you? Well, thanks very much for leaving until the last minute to come and see me then, Michael. Michael O'Dwyer, late of the Irish Guards, a dear friend. How are your mother and father? Are they well? Good. We'll send them my best. I'm going to see you at Guards tomorrow. Good. Come and join me up in the commentary box for the Queen's Royal Guards and the Royal Air Force. Yes, with a large bottle of chilled champagne, please. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, please come and sit down. It's great fun. Polo in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The Palantir Rundle Cup about to get underway. Come and take your seats in the stand and support. Hi, Vix. Well done. It's good to see you, Vix, leading RAF player. Will be there tomorrow. No, you won't. Oh, never mind. So here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Take your seats. Take your seats for the Rundle Cup. And come and join us here. So, ladies and gentlemen, as our two photographers, Peter Meads and Michael Barclay, go out to record the occasion. Here come the two teams. And the two umpires, once again, are Roddy Stanning and Leon Allen, who know what they're doing. Take your seats. Take your seats. So the Army Polo, just a bit about them, goes from strength to strength. More players of all sorts of backgrounds, cap badges and ranks are taking up the opportunity to play this wonderful game. Traditional cavalry and guards units continue to provide teams and players, but new teams from a wider spread of units that haven't to date played this game are emerging. The Royal Signals, Army Medical Corps, to name but two. Most encouraging is that we still see a rich mix of ranks and experience. Today sees a lieutenant colonel and a young rifleman take to the field in the same team. Testament to not only the breadth of our players' base, but so to the classness of nature of this sport. That so many of our talented players have all gone on to hold significant roles within their respective regiments, like Paddy Self, Adjutant, and others, are currently and have always been deployed across the globe on operations. It is a testament to the skill, courage and commitment that being a successful polo player and soldier requires, as it is in the Navy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask Brigadier Justin Stanner-White to just step in the middle here to take the salute as each player comes out. And the senior service, I am going to call out first. The Royal Navy squad, great friends over many years, and it's great to see them here. Ladies and gentlemen, playing at 1 today is Lieutenant Stephen Worsley. He's currently undertaking basic fast jet training on 72 Squadron RAF Valley. On completion of that, he goes to the advanced fast jet training on the Hawk T2. And he's a hell of a good guy. He only started riding 6 years ago. 2019 was his first season, and he represented the Royal Navy in the Rundle Cup and the Duke of York Cup. -1 goal. Playing at number 2 today, and a great hero of mine, the man who's put as chair of this committee for the Rundle Cup and also the Royal Navy Polo, Commodore Dean Bassett, CBE of the Royal Navy, ladies and gentlemen. He's presently serving as the Director of Operational Planning at the UK's Permanent Joint Headquarters. Commanded numerous warships, a Seahorse, the frigate Monmouth, and the assault carrier HMS Bulwark. He's a great guy. He plays off 0 goal today. Playing at number 3, and another great fellow who's come in is an orthopaedic surgeon Captain Harry Rourke of the Royal Naval Reserve. Currently serving as Captain North Royal Naval Reserve after handing over HMS Eaglet last year. And he's been head of the R&R medical branch. Down from Chester, handicap 0 goal. But a big cheer for the big man who had a horrible accident 3 years ago, and yet he's still playing polo. Playing at 4 today, Commander Steve Spiller of the Royal Navy, and he's a wonderful guy. He started playing polo 15 years ago, Director of Polo for the Royal Naval Polo Association, lives in the New Forest, and his work is now based in DES Abbey Wood in Bristol with the Future Capability Group. He's a tough, rough player, but my word, he's a leader, and he's going to be tough to beat today. So, ladies and gentlemen, what about the Army team? Playing at number 1 today, we have a 0 goal player, and please give him a great cheer. Rifleman Bob Sanchin of the 1st Battalion, the Rifles. He played in the Sassoon Cup and in the Armed Forces. Used to be a 0 goal player, where he was brought up in Somerset with his father, who, funny enough, is a naval player. But Bob, welcome to the team. You've done very well. Playing at number 2 today, and a newcomer to Army colours, but played a wonderful game at RAF Cranwell, is Captain William Young, ladies and gentlemen, of 29 Commando Regiment Royal Artillery. And he plays off -1. He's got a great hit on him. Playing at in the middle of the park. And a warm welcome back to Norgola Lieutenant Colonel Barney Jakes Gray of the Royal Signals, ladies and gentlemen. He last played here 20 years ago, and Barney has done great work with his group of Royal Signals players based at Blandford. He's a wonderful hitter of the ball. We'll see how he goes today at 3. Playing at number 4 today, a young man who's got a big task on his shoulders today. Is Lieutenant Hector Fair of the King's Royal Hussars, captain on the field today. He's played for AFBA. He was at Bovington training Phase 2 recruits, but he's just been selected, and he's now a platoon commander with the new Ranger Battalion based at Aldershot. Quite an achievement. Well done, Hector, and good luck. Our 2 umpires today, Roddy Stanning and again Leon Allen. Leon, it's nice to see you, and we'll get things underway. Our timekeepers and score team, Bob McNabb. Bob, thank you. He's been part of the team here, has suffered badly from PTSD in the past and is now working with Brigadier Justin here at the club, as is Andy Spate. So they're called in. They're both even Stevens. Come and support your teams. You've had your tea, you lot. Come down now from your tents, grab your glasses of wine, and come and join the fun here for the Rundle Cup, the Palantyre Rundle Cup 2022. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as they're called in front of us here, please come and support both teams. This is going to be one hell of a game. So we've got Bob Sampson in the black helmet with the white stripe, the rifleman from One Rifles at number 2. We've got Captain Will Young of 29 Commando Regiment, Royal Artillery, and then at 3, the Lieutenant Colonel in the Royal Signals, Steve Spiller, and a good ride off by Barney Jakes Gray. And will he get the backhander in? He does. That's such a great piece of play. And that's first blood. Oh, and now Will Young. Lovely shot by Will Young following up. That's exactly what he's there to do. So up he goes. And Bob Sampson get in there. I wonder. No, he can't. Good piece of play by the Navy as Will Young threads one through, comes off a pony. And he'll have another go. That's a good shot by Will Young. He's on target today. He's come out of nowhere for the Royal Artillery. Here comes Hector Fair. Hector Fair coming down. Can he stay? Is it going to be first blood to the army, I wonder? Yes, it is. Great goal. Great goal. Hector Fair draws first blood for the army. And they're under the control today of a King's Royal Hussar, who is Paddy Self. And he's been coaching this team over the last 2 or 3 days, and no doubt Johnny Rogers will want to go down and have a word with him as the next Royal Hussar. Won't you, Johnny? Yes, of course you will. There he is, yeah. He'll be saying something, so they all line up. And Colonel Miller, his guest today. Colonel, nice to see you here today, America. So here comes Bob Sampson straight out of it, and he's a good player. Well done, Bob. The rifleman from the 1st Battalion of the Rifles is going down now. Can this be his moment? And he's got to take a steady bit of a pull, and that's very well. Oh! And he just hoofed it a little bit, and he knows he's got to take it steady. Shortly to deploy on X side, so he leaves his attachment to the Polo Club next week. But Bob has been a real help, but he put the ball wide. He'll rue that chance. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big moment. His father is here today, still serving in the Andrew, and taken away. It's going to be a knock-in from the end. And so it's seen some end-to-end stuff here. Good score. As Will Young trying to get his pony go, backs it, lovely little shot, that's all he has to do, but it's going to be taken away by the number 2 here, and that's beautifully done. Well done, Commodore Dean. Dean Bassett now coming down. Dean, the Chad, doesn't quite get hold of it, as Hector Fair will take it round, inside out. Oh, and he scuffed it. No, it's Barney White, Jakes Gray who did that now, being tidied up by Hector Fair, the skipper on the field today. Here comes Hector Fair. Oh, and he bounces over the ball. Lovely backhander by Steve Worsley. That's just brilliant and well picked up, but you cannot do that. You saw him come in on the wrong side of the pony, and he should be have taken it on the near side. They've just got to be aware of that. And it's good to see BFBS. So the Navy have a penalty. And it'll go right forward to the 60-yard line. So a fair start by both teams. They've both made their mistakes. There's always a lot of nerves out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been handed in a very, very smart handbag. It's white with bamboo handles in the round, and it's got a mobile phone on it. I'm sure some lady will be very upset that she thinks she's lost her bag. She hasn't. It's sitting up here. It was left in the stand here. So this very smart handbag, leather, white, 2 handles, round bamboo with a phone. I've got it. Doesn't suit my dress when I get into that attire. Nothing odd about the cavalry. So here we go. Steve Spiller. A chance for the Navy to draw level. Here we go. The crouching figure of Steve Spiller. Oh, and he didn't quite get hold of that, but he'll have another go. But he's got to take a half shot. Now they've got to challenge him, otherwise if he gets closer, now there's a chance there's going to be trouble. Who's going to get a stick to it? Who's going to get a stick to it? Who's going to get a stick to it? You can't let him run through like that. As they're frantic stuff, and there's going to be a goal. It's inevitable. There's no point fiddling about in the middle of the park. You've got to get rid of the wretched thing. But well done the Navy, and well done Steve Spiller. A goal to them. And both teams showing a bit of nerves here today, so they've just got to be free and let themselves go. 1 plays 1 in the first period of play with 2 minutes done of the 7.5 minutes. They'll swap ends again. So Harry Rourke playing at 3. He's now going to front it up. There is Steve Worsley, Dean Bassett and Steve Spiller. Now they've just got to give themselves some impetus here. Well done, Hector Fair. Takes it out, flicks it out. Now he's just got to get it going. He's got to get out of trouble here. Otherwise, that's what's going to happen. No, they just need to keep going. Go on, get going. Anyway, whoa! And was ridden into. So it's going to be to the... Which way, I'm not sure. So, welcome to our guests who are coming out from their very smart tea I had a look at earlier. I hope you feel better now after your smart lunch. I'm sure you do. Yeah. Grins all over. But Polo is underway again. So, it's going to be a hit on the 60-yard line to the Army. They were lucky there. They've got to take... They got to take their chances here today. Hector Fair sets it up. Barney Jakes Gray sitting in the middle there. The Lieutenant Colonel in the Royal Signals. Played in this match some 20 years ago. He looks in fine form when he was playing in the tournament about a month ago. Here comes Hector Fair. Boom, and he gives that a real drill. And it's kept out with a miracle shot. Now, can Will Young get it through? Yes, he can. Will Young scores. A real great goal by the young captain in 2-9 Commando Regiment, Royal Artillery. He's done really well this season. That's why he was chosen. He knows the form, and he's only been playing polo a couple of years. Will Young scores 2-1. So, but a miracle save by the Royal Navy in the goal. So maybe it was deserved. In goes the ball. They'll swap end again. So now they've just got to let themselves free. And here comes Barney Jakes Gray being ridden by Dean Bassett. But Barney Jakes Gray wins it off. Look at the Commodore Dean riding for all his life. Stand by to propel borders. There goes Barney Jakes Gray. Jakes Gray, will he have the legs here? Will he go? Will he go? Got a goal! What a goal! Barney Jakes Gray rode off the Commodore, gave him stick. Stand by to repel borders. And Barney Jakes Gray, the Royal Signaller Colonel, stuck to his task. 3 plays 1. Yay. So, good stuff by the Army team. And both teams can relax a bit now. Steve Worsley, Dean Bassett, Harry Rourke and Steve Spiller, they know what they've got to do now. It's behind you. And here comes Harry. Whoa, that was an air shot. Make sure you nail it the first time. Here comes Dean Bassett. Bassett going very well. The bag has been claimed. That's a shame, because I was going to put it in my dressing up box. I always want white handbags. I look very nice indeed when I do my Grayson Perry impersonations. Nothing odd about the cavalry. Anyway, taking it on is Steve Spiller on the near side. Here we go, Steve Spiller. He's indomitable. He will just stick to it. Well done indeed. Bob Sanchin, lovely passing shot to his skipper, young Hector Fair, the subaltern newly in the Rangers Battalion. Steady, Hector, as they say. Boom, and that's a great shot by him. Now he's going to get the write-off by Steve Worsley. Hector Fair takes it down. Barney Jakes Gray coming round. Can he find the angle? No, he can't. And it runs out of play. But good play by the Army, end-to-end stuff. I have to say, this young team going really well. One old chap and a couple of youngsters, let's say. Barney Jakes Gray, bit older than most, but it's good for him. He'll lose a bit of weight. And... he'll be pounds lighter. So, some really nice ice water here, which I badly need. So here we go. And it's taken out by Steve Spiller. That's a crafty move. Now he's got a bit of a run. Here he comes. But he's going to be met by lovely near side back shot by Hector. But now it's going to be taken on by Steve once again. In comes Barney Jakes Gray, picked up by Hector Fair. He'll take it round. And Bob Sanchin guarding him. And Hector will go inside out. You watch him. He'll just flick and change the direction. Oh, and he got caught out there. But you can't do that. And there's Tim Wakefield. Hello, Tim. Had a good day? You're not listening to me. So all the Team Forces guests are back from their tea. I should say a word about the Armed Forces Polo Association, Tim Brown, Nick Cowley. They'll be pleased with that victory, but also the Army Sport Control Board who are here today. A warm welcome to them, and General Sean Burley. I'm not sure where you are, but I hope you can hear me up there, and all the team from Aldershot who run Army Sport. Thank you very much indeed. And that was chukka, by the way. And if General Sean is here, do come down for a chat about sport. It'd be lovely to see you. I haven't seen you all day, General Sean, so if you can spare a minute, come and do an interview with me. We've got British Forces Broadcasting live streaming this game and the previous game across the world to all the fans. And how many people have we got, John?
We have thousands and thousands watching.
Thousands and thousands and thousands. That's brilliant news, and it's a real story to tell.
It really is. And Simon, obviously, we've just ended the first chukka, 3-1 to the Army, and they're going very well.
Yes, they are, and I'm particularly pleased about Captain Will Young. He was only put in the Army team because he was based up north, but he had a bit of talent from last year. But he hasn't been playing polo very long, and he's also been on his commando course and also his FOO course. It's putting down fire on things for the last month or so before he joins his regiment and Plymouth in a couple of weeks. So I'm very, very proud of Will for sticking with it, because it's tough out there and it's a step up for him. And also Bob Santrian, all right, he used to play as a civilian, and but he hasn't played for 3 years, and now he's come back on borrowed ponies, and to give a rifleman a chance to play at this level, I'm very proud of him and for his battalion, the Rifles.
But the Navy have also shown, of course, that they can attack. They got back level 1-1, so it's very, very close.
And they're a great mix of people. I mean, we've got a fast jet pilot in there, in Steve Worsley, a super guy, super, really lovely fella. And then we've got Dean Bassett, so you've got the junior, you've got the Commodore, based up at High Wycombe, and he's a top man. Somehow he finds the time to play polo. Great on him. Steve Spiller, the Mr. Dependable at the back, he's a tough man in the grey hat. And Surgeon Captain Harry Rourke, another absolute star, been away on service, giving regular service as well. And there are a number of Navy players coming through, and they have a selection policy. And young Josh, who's been floating around here, is part of that group. So I'm very happy for the Royal Navy.
Okay, and there's loads to play for, obviously, the next 3 chukkas. I think we're just about ready to start, aren't we? Very, very shortly, Simon.
Yes, we are, and you know, this is where things begin to count. They're relaxing a bit, both teams, after the first period of play. It's just like any football match or rugby match. They're a bit nervous to begin with, and they settle into it, and then we'll see it getting faster and faster, and swear words coming through as well. Anyway,
not
John,
from the commentator.
No, not from us. Certainly not.
Don't do things like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, great interview. There's Lamont Kirkland, General Lamont Kirkland from his great organisation, Team Forces. Welcome to all your guests. I hope you had a great tea, and good. Bit different from a rainy Sandown, isn't it? Anyway, we're nearly underway. It's going to be a 60-yard defended penalty, so watch carefully. Whistle goes, umpires. So here we have Hector Fair, a young man who's just been past selection for the Rangers, and the ball teed up, and I think we're still waiting for an Army player. We are, and who's that coming in? Is Bob Santrian, the rifleman from 1st Battalion, the Rifles, based in Chepstow. He's on deployment. He's got a long deployment coming up to Kenya, I should say. Here comes Hector Fair. Oh, and that didn't go very far. General Sean, how lovely to see you. How lovely. Are you enjoying your day? Brilliant. So that was a mistake by Hector Fair. It's called keeping your head down, as we see. So here's John from BFBS. Perhaps you could have a chat with him. We've got General Sean Burley with us, and John is going to chat to him about the man who puts together all Army sport, whether it's tiddlywinks or horse racing or whatever. General Sean does it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's taken away now by...
Okay, well, we'll let Simon crack on with the commentary. General Sean, good to have you with us today. Are you enjoying your day?
Yeah, very nice to see you, John. Yeah, another fantastic day, glorious weather. Great to see so many people here. And, of course, a great inter-service event, us versus the Navy.
I think I'm right to say this is probably your last Rundle Cup as Director of Army Sports, is that correct?
It is, John. Yeah, I've enjoyed every single one. But, yeah, this will be my last one. As you know, Major General Darrell Amison takes over from me in November, so he'll be on the stops next year, and I'll miss it.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you around and about the district because once a sportsman, always a sportsman.
Well, yeah, you don't give it up. It's in your blood, isn't it? And it's certainly in my blood. I won't be giving it up very easily. Yeah, I'll be knocking around like Banquo's ghost.
I think we were saying a bit earlier on, obviously sport, right back up and running again after the pandemic, and we were also making the point that it was 2010 was the only time that this competition, this Rundle Cup, has not taken place in peacetime. But it's great to be back.
It is great to be back, and I think the reassuring thing for me was it was the demand signal from our soldiers across all sports saying, once COVID restrictions were lifted, when can we start playing again, sir? When can we start playing? It's that competitive nature that we try to nurture from our people that helps them to win on the battlefield, and all the characteristics and personality traits that we try and encourage through sport, which we've missed, haven't. And so, yeah, it's great to be back, and lovely to see so many members of the chain of command here recognising the value that sport makes to make their people better and make us better as an institution.
I think it's 4-2 at the moment to the Army. You'll be pleased with that.
Absolutely delighted. I'm going to go before I spook any of the horses. But no, we're doing really well. Oh, we might have another one here. No, doing really well at the moment, and fantastic.
General Sean, great to see you. Thank you very much, Steve, for your time.
And you, John. Good to see you.
Nice one. General Sean Burley there, the Director of the Army Sport Board. And that's a 5th goal for the Army.
What a great score there. We are on fire. 2 goals to Bonnie Jakes Gray, 2 to Hector Fair, 1 to the young man going to 2-Night Commando Regiment Royal Artillery in the green hat, playing really well. And Bob Santrian, the rifleman from First Rifles, he's with us here today. A real range of Army players, but Fair ruling the roost here, and he's taking his time, and that takes real skill to do that at their speed. So now he's going to put the seal to the deal. It's going to creep along. What a lie! What a goal for the young man, and he really levelled that. And I'm really pleased for Hector Fair. He's really concentrating on it. 6 plays 1 for the Hackett, or not the Hackett anymore, but the Palantyre Rundle Cup 2022. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Santrian, Will Young, Jakes Gray and Fair sound rather like a dodgy firm of solicitors, don't they? As in it comes as Bob Santrian digs it out, the young man from the Rifles, and he's going to go for it, but he's still there. Go, and he rides. Oh, look at the ride-off between Rifleman. He takes it on the near side. That's great skill by the young man, but Commodore Dean knows the form, tails it. Beautiful stroke. And here comes Steve Worsley, and Hector Fair just waits for him to get out of the way. And here we go. Oh, that's another great shot. My word, he's on fire today, is Hector Fair. His pony's going well for him. He's got one that dances like a... There's another shot by great Jakes Gray. Oh! And Bob Santrian tries to get it away. Now the Navy have a chance to stay out of trouble up at the far end as it clatters against the boards. Look at the ride-off between Steve Worsley and young Santrian. Well done, Steve, under severe pressure. Steve Worsley, great shot by him, this young pilot. Oh, and they try and stick each other. Fair takes his time. He'll tail it. Lovely stroke. And it's all yours, William, as they say. Will Young, lovely shot by the Commando gunner, takes it on, and he's playing a wonderful game. Now can it get, just take it easy, great goal! Whoa! As Bob Santrian scores for the Army after that wonderful piece of play. And that is going very well indeed for the Army. And wow. 7 plays 1 in the Rundle Cup. Are you off? No? Good, okay. So, General Sean, have you had a good party up there? Got General Sean Burley with me, who's Director, Army Sport Control Board, been in post for 6-7 years now. Great job in all reorganising, and I hope you taste what absolutely all your help is. He learned his game getting support from you in the ASCB to replace the others, and that's fantastic. Here we go. The team under and General, great to see you. Thanks for coming up. All right. Yeah, great, thank you. And it's good to see General Sean here today, and he leaves the post shortly, and here comes Barney Jakes Gray. Barney Jakes Gray, they're on, it didn't quite work for him that time. It won't always work in the polo, but bad luck for Will Young too, and now he's going to be taken out by the Navy. And good shot by Steve Worsley, but he's taken round by Santrian. Santrian just building in confidence now, this young man. Can he find another goal? Can he find another goal? No, he can't, and it drifts wide of the right-hand post. So, 7 plays 1. We haven't got long left, half-time. But I know somebody will be leaping up and down, very pleased down there, and that's Paddy Self, who's taken on the coaching job for the Army team, and this will be a big day for him too. He played a wonderful game in the first game this afternoon as Steve Spiller takes the ball away. Met on the flat of the stick by Hector Fair, now taken on by Barney Jakes Gray, who just pads it in front of him. He was a very good player off one goal, and there's Bob Santrian now. Bob Santrian coming in, can't find the stick, and he's going to be troubled by Harry Rourke, and the ball runs out of play. And there is the bell for the end of the first bell. So let's see if Steve Spiller can get full steam ahead. They haven't finished yet. We've got another 30 seconds, and here we go now as they take off down the field. So there's Hector Fair. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! Reverse rip. Oh dear. On his near side, lovely backhander. In comes and disrupts it just a little bit, and here comes Steve Spiller to put it out of trouble, and there's the second bell. So it's half time. Take a walk out there, please, ladies and gentlemen. Take a walk. Do not mistake the bits that stick up as turf. If you do, it's going to be a very smelly trip home in your car, because it's horse poo. Off you go. Yeah.
So there we are, it's half-time here in the Rundle Cup, and the Army have taken a commanding lead in this first half. And hopefully we'll be joined by Will Morby very shortly from the UK Armed Forces team to look back on the match that we saw earlier on here, which of course was the UK Armed Forces against the US Forces, and that was a really close game. Sad to say it's not been particularly close so far if you're a fan of Royal Navy polo. They trail by 7 goals to 1, but of course plenty can happen in the second half, and we will obviously be bringing you that. Taking a break very shortly, but I'm hopefully being joined by Will very shortly to really talk us through that UK Armed Forces game, which was a really exciting encounter against the US Forces. Now, what's happening at the moment, if you've not been with us for the first part of the afternoon here, is basically everyone's going on the pitch to flatten the divots, which obviously appear as the horses, the ponies I should say, charge around. There's a few dogs on the pitch as well. Maybe we can catch up with a few of them as well. Dom, our cameraman, is doing a sterling job, by the way, this afternoon here to keep us in touch with all the action. And it's probably worth saying here that this is one of the few sports when this is actively allowed. You'd never get this in a Premier League football pitch. In fact, I think there'd probably be lots of arguments and lots of complaints, and probably a full inquiry going on if this happened in rugby or football. But we are expecting Will to come and join us. In fact, I think that he's just heading up to our commentary position just at the moment, and I'm hoping that you'll come and join me right here, right now. Will Morby is right here with us, live here on Forces News Facebook. And Dom, if you want to spin the camera around, we can maybe. Will, let's put you just there so that you're facing the camera there, and I'll be just here, and let's just see whether Dom's able to get us in shot at all. And well, Will, First of all, congratulations on a fantastic game against the US team.
Yeah, no, it was a fun game to play. It was. They're getting better. They're on horses they don't know, and yeah, it was just a really competitive, well-mannered game, and we've got to know them. Well, I've got to know them over the last few days. Really, really good guys, and that showed on the pitch. And we had some experience back in the forms of Paddy Self. He's been around this game for a while, and yeah, he just managed to keep us together and push us forward and get us over the line.
So you got 4 of your goals, so a major performance from him.
He got 3. I got the other 3.
Yeah, we don't want to sort of over-compliment him. But of course, he's now coaching the Army team in the Rundle Cup. They've got a pretty commanding lead here at half-time. But as far as UK Armed Forces Polo is concerned, you know, it's a great mixture. You've got people from all 3 services competing, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It really is, and we try, myself and Chairman, try really hard to make sure that all 3 services are represented, and we've had RAF guys playing, Navy guys playing, 2 Navy guys playing tomorrow, and the Army provide the bulk just because we've got more players than anyone else, but we do try and ensure there's a standard, but also make sure that we are represented across 3 services. And the girls team are really important as well. We had a girls team playing last year. We couldn't put a girls team together earlier this year, although there was an opposition for us. So we are going to try and do something later on in the year with the girls as well. So they have their ladies fixture, and that is again represented across the 3 services to ensure that we promote both sides of mixed and women's polo.
Just tell me about playing in conditions like this. I mean, the Rundle Cup has happened in all sorts of weather conditions over the years. We've had thunderstorms and driving rain and wind and whatever. Today it's a perfect day, obviously, for spectators. It's pretty hot out there, so hard on the ponies, hard on the riders.
Yeah, no, I mean, ponies first, always ponies first. So we look after our ponies. We make sure our ponies are well watered, making sure that they're well fed, making sure that they're well exercised and everything like that. And our major concern as players is the ponies first. And playing on days like this, as you say, it's a great day for the spectators. It's not so bad for us. We're used to playing in all types of different weathers, and we like to put on our dark sunglasses on days like this. But it's all about pony welfare and making sure that they're okay. And actually, Paddy before the game said, "Listen, it's hard. The sun's been beating, so let's just try and take it easy with the ponies." It's easier said than done when you're out there and you can let your ponies run. But with mine, we're just making sure that they are looked after as good as they can.
Welfare's the most important.
Absolutely. And myself, I'm very lucky. I've got my wife, who's also my groom, who does everything and makes sure I don't play them too hard. If I play them too hard, I get told off. So thank you very much, Amy. but yeah, and she's doing that with looking after a 4-year-old and a 9-month-old as well. So for us, it's a great day, and there's not many. There's a few bigger days in polo across the country, but for this level of polo, this is the biggest day we've got. I mean, the Gold Cup quarterfinals are on at the moment. They probably won't have as many spectators as we've got here, and then there's some of the big high goal stuff. But this is really, really good for polo. It's allowing a huge amount of people to come out and see a sport they might not necessarily go and see at a standard which is attainable for them. So it's a really good day, and the weather really helps.
It certainly does. Well, thanks so much for your time today. Congratulations on the win to claim the Indian Cavalry Officers Association trophy once again, which I'm sure is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, in this 3-part series against the Americans, you know, you've got 2 victories now. So
we've got the 2 in the bag, which I was really pleased about. Tomorrow, again, for both teams, it's just a privilege to go and play on the Duke's ground, named after late Duke of Edinburgh, and this is going to be a great game. The polos are different. The pitches are slightly different, and so it's just going to be a real fun game tomorrow. There's nothing to win or lose. If we win, great. If they win, absolutely fantastic. We get to keep the Chapel Cup, so that's really good. But no, it should be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, it's great to have you with us today. Thanks indeed for your time.
Thanks very much.
As you can see, the the treading, as they call it, or whatever. What's the phrase that you use to describe what's going on at the moment? It's just sort of treading down the divots, really, isn't it?
Yeah, just treading in, making sure it's your Pretty Woman moments. You're allowed to, if you ever remember the scenes during that film, Pretty Woman, when they go out there and put your best foot forward and hopefully not put your foot into horseback. But thanks very much.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. Well, that's it for now. Don't forget, we'll be back very, very shortly for the second half, when all the spectators have cleared off the field here, and we'll be ready for the second part. But at the moment, the Army very much in control in the 2022 Rundle Cup. They're leading the Royal Navy at the halfway stage by 7-1. Join us soon.
You can always, you can't take our look up. You cannot.
So very shortly then we'll be getting underway then for the second half, the third chukka in the 2022 Rundle Cup. Remember that the Army have a 7-1 lead at the halfway stage. Very shortly we'll be joining Colonel Simon Ledger, who'll be taking us through once again with his legendary commentary here live on Forces News Facebook and YouTube, as well as to the assembled masses here, around about 3,000 or 4,000 people here at the Polo ground here in Tidworth Park. So let's join now Simon Ledger, who's commentating already here on the public address system.
We're nearly back in the action, and the third and fourth chukkers just to come of this Rundle Cup Day 2022. And back comes Barney Jakes Gray. I was speaking to his wife Rebecca. Quite rightly, she said, "You misidentified him." And I can confirm that Barney, wearing 3 in the white hat, has scored 3 goals. And very nicely it was done too. Now, the biggest enemy of Polo, with a side that's in the lead, who think that they're just got to ride around. Now, you heard Justin say there that he reckons the Navy will come back, and he's probably right. So the Army have got to be on guard, and Paddy Self, the Army coach, will be alive to that and will have briefed them at half-time as the cool of the evening here settles across the Rundle Cup and also this beautiful Fisher ground. And so there we go, as Will Young's head goes back. He knows what he did wrong there. He kind of hit the ball back, and they just need to keep their shape now. They don't want to give the Navy a sniff at goal, but we'll see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, a bad foul there, just opens the door just a little bit, a crack for the Royal Navy, Will Young, and back goes Barney Jakes Gray, and in the middle there you've got Hector Fair and Bob Santrian. So Steve Worsley, Dean Bassett, Steve Spiller, and the others will be scenting an opportunity here to get back straight into it. And Steve Spiller, fierce striker of the ball. Let's see how he goes here, as more moisture is needed. It's very warm out there. And let's see how they go. All right, Bobby? Good. The team up here from Amplified Sound and Matt and Bobby have done a great job. Here comes Steve Spiller. That one is going through straight as a die. And well done, Will Young. Will Young, that's a great stop by the young man who caused that foul. And Bob Santrian going for the big one. Not a good idea, just take it forward, as it's a wasted opportunity. Well done indeed. Picked up by Barney Jakes Gray. Barney Jakes Gray showing his experience now, coming through, and he leans forward. This Royal Signal Lieutenant Colonel, wife Rebecca, here today as they come down yet again. And here's Bob Santrian. He'll just tap it forward. So you've got to get on the right side of the pony. And Josh here alongside me, who is reserve for the Royal Navy. So yet again, overconfidence by the Army there. A foul, and it's going to be an opportunity for the Royal Navy once again. Now, is it going to go right forward, or is it just halfway? Our 2 umpires, Roddy Stanning and Leon Allen, done a great job here today. Thanks, boys. It's always good to see you. So here we go. Steve Spiller will be attempting to get it up as Harry Rourke in the middle wearing 3, Dean Bassett wearing 2, and Steve Worsley wearing 1 at the front for the Royal Navy. Let's see how they go now. And they take it on. The sands of time. They haven't got long to stamp their authority here. That's a great shot, but it comes off Harry Rourke's pony, and well ridden by Bob Santrian, and therefore it opens the door for Barney Jakes Gray. And again, a whistle goes. Both teams just beginning to tighten up, and it was certainly an opportunity for the Army to get away. Something happened there, couldn't quite see. And for those of you who don't know polo, that's why you have 2 umpires. So the 2 umpires, Roddy Stanning and Leon Allen, will have a chat. Off goes Barney Jakes Gray, and they'll pause. The clock has stopped, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, there's Trini Stanhope White. Hi, Trini, how are you doing? You've been working very hard and keeping the old boy alive over the last few weeks, haven't you? Yeah, you've done a great job. Thank you very much indeed. And need to get him on some pills when he gets home. He's been working his socks off. Put him down and give him a rub. No, don't look at me like that. Marvellous. No foul given, so it'll be a run up and throw in towards the balls. So here we go. The Army's not quite getting it together in this third period of play. They've just got to give themselves an opportunity. Now the Navy scenting blood. An opportunity will come through. And Bob Sanchin smacks it back. Now Will Young trying to get in on the action. Get away from each other. Steve Spiller. Ridden off by Will Young. They circle around as Hector Fair tries to get through the tangle of legs of horses. And well done, Dean Bassett. Barney Jakes Gray, I should say. Why do I keep on saying that, I wonder? As well done, Harry Rourke is coming through. So here we go. Yeah, quite.
Sorry, can I get through this?
Yep, sure. Lolly, stand up wide. It'll do, thank you, Dickie. Anyway, as they come down the ground now, here comes Hector Fair trying to get some momentum in the game. But this is all good for the Army in a way, because the towns of time beginning to drain away. Good shot. Now they'll start to gallop. Who's up there? It's Will Young, the commando gunner. Steady. Oh, what a great pickup by the young -1 from commando gunner. Has he overcooked it? But great credit to him for giving a crack. He can certainly hit a ball. And well done, Will. Now it's going to be a knock-in down the end by the Royal Navy. Steve Spiller will try and pick this one up. Yes, I know. Oh. So here we go, back in action, getting a bit of grief here from my friends, supposedly, as we settle up, and that's great by... Where's it gone? I can't see it. Jakes Gray coming into the mix there as they come along, and they put it out wide. Now Harry Rourke, the surgeon captain, just rides over that. And that Will Young, lovely little backhand there on the near side. Who's going to pit it up? That's a certainty now for Jakes Gray. Jakes Gray comes down. Is he going to find the flags? No, it slides across in front of goal. Then it's still sitting there. Oh, and they've got to be careful. Well done, the Navy, for digging that one out. And that was real trouble going into dock there. It looked as if it was going to be an alongside shot, so to speak, and they turn it round. Up goes Will Young. Up goes Jakes Gray, and the ball running true and straight through the goal. Well done, Hector Fair. It's now 8-1. They survived the crisis of the Navy coming back, and I'm not sure how long we got, but that was a good shot. So it's 4 goals to the stick of Hector Fair, as this match not quite done yet. We're going to see them running hard, I'm very sure, but the Army cementing and standing firm, rank and file together. So the Navy get one out and dig it out. Steve Worsley, the fast jet pilot, and it's Steve. He overruns the ball, and they all run over the ball. And here comes Dean Bassett, I think it is. He's going to run it through, surely. And it is a great goal for the Royal Navy. And I'm not sure who hit that. We'll just try and identify him. Will he wave his team? Was Dean Bassett, Commodore Dean Bassett. Well done him. And that's how quick it can happen, ladies and gentlemen. And Dean Bassett in just the right place. He'll be determined to get a few more like that. 8 plays 2. We're not done here yet. We are not done here. So 8 plays 2. The scoreboard not kicking around. I'm not sure how long we got. We'll have to move the board round. Can you just give us an indication of how long we got left in the third period of play, please, on the far side? And the Navy set off once again. Here comes Dean Bassett, overruns the ball just a little bit, and the Navy still trying to press hard on the far side. As they come down, here comes Harry Rourke, the surgeon captain, just flicks it past Bob Sanchin, the young rifleman, as he takes it in towards goal. Now there's going to be a chance for the Navy. Are they going to get there? And it's going to be saved by Jakes Gray, who takes it away, and the pony, the backhander comes off a pony, but they turn again. It comes off a hoof, and it's these sort of days. And that's a great shot, slides across in front of goal, and it runs out of play on the right-hand side. So a let off for the Army, and now they're going to have to try and dig it out. And here we have some action now. Here comes Hector Fair coming down, looking about him. He's looking for Jakes Gray on the right here. Watch him go. He doesn't want to fiddle about with it too long because things can go wrong. Here comes Bob Sanchin. So tries to get the ball away, but somebody came straight across him. So we'll just see what happens there. Yo. So the ball is, we've got 30 seconds left, it's 8 plays 2, and it's going to go to the Army. Well ridden Bob Santrian to hold the line there and get the foul. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to thank all the young people here from HMS Collingwood and HMS Sultan. Thank you very much, and I hope you've enjoyed the day. Give them a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very hot and long day for them today, and they put on a great show. Thank you, HMS Collingwood, and the Leading Rates, and the Andrew, for coming here today, and I hope you've enjoyed the experience. And you've been particularly helpful with those cars today. Thank you. So, a chance now for the Army to cement their win, I suspect. Here comes Hector. Fair drills a real daisy cutter, and will he go all the way? Harum-scarum stuff in front of goal. Well blocked by the Navy yet again. That's the second time it's happened. Harry Rourke takes it away to the flank. Now, can they get the ball away? Look at the right off here, and it's between Steve Worsley, the fast jet pilot, goes to advance training shortly up at Valley, and is taken away by Steve Spiller. Gave a really powerful thump as Jakes Gray, and now a great backhander by Bob Santrian, the young rifleman who's playing polo for the Army for the third time within a week, and he's playing really well. He returns to his battalion next week, and he's done great stuff here as backed away by Jakes Gray. Came off a pony but clear the line. Here comes Steve Spiller, full speed ahead, both engines, and the whistle goes. The whistle goes. And that's chukka, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause. It's always tough, the third period of play, and I tell you why, because nerves begin to work, and you could see it in the Army a bit in the first half of that period of play. They got up tight. They didn't do their natural game. The Navy came back at them a little bit, but then they found their confidence again. So they go into the final period of play full of confidence, one hopes, and the Navy, though, will not be downhearted. They will say, come on, we can narrow this score down. We will see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, after this fourth period of play, there will be prize giving for both teams, for both matches in front of us here. And I ask you to stick around. Do not go home, please. There will be prize giving, and I want you to
while Simon is just trying to encourage everyone who's here to stick around for the prize giving at the end. Just to remind you of the half-time score, it was 7-1 in favour of the Army against the Royal Navy. They got another goal in that third chukka there through Hector Fair, and then Dean Bassett getting one back for the Royal Navy. So not out of the woods yet. Goals can be scored very quickly in this sport, as you will no doubt have gathered. Let's just say there's a few people who are watching this afternoon. Markson Santrian is saying, come on, Rifleman Santrian today, who's obviously competing for the Army. Rifleman Bob Santrian from the Rifles. And Andy Stringer is asking, where are we playing? Well, actually, we're down here at Tidworth with the Tidworth Park Polo Club, and this is where we have been throughout the day. So that's where we are. Thanks to all of you, by the way, who've been joining us throughout the day here on Forces News Facebook and our YouTube channel. Hope you've enjoyed something just a little bit different today. Never brought you live polo action before. It's a unique sport, very, very different maybe from what you might be used to watching in terms of rugby or football or boxing even. But this is all part of the makeup of military sport.
and gentlemen. And
Simon Ledger still doing his commentary to the audience
fantastic.
assembled here.
Will Young, Bob Sanchin, James Gray, Hector Fair.
There, 8 goals to the good up of the 2 of the Navy of Lieutenant Steve Worsley, Commodore Dean Bassett, Surgeon Captain Harry Rourke and Commander Steve Spiller. Our 2 umpires today, Roddy Stanning and Leon Allen, and prize giving will be led by Admiral Sir Tim Fraser, Royal Navy. And great crowd here today. We've had 6,000 people plus here today. That's a great record for the Rundle Cup, and thank you to all those who have come. And you can see the tents on the far side. They've enjoyed their polo today, and it's lovely to see so many people. And do stay on in the park after the polo's finished, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great place to be, and we're very lucky on this Fisher ground, named after Sir Bertie Fisher, who was the commander of the Cavalry Brigade here in the early 1920s, who not only made this polo ground with wheelbarrows, picks and shovels, but did all the cricket pitches, the football pitches, and everything else that you see around Tidworth Garrison as the army gradually got smaller post the First World War. And the Cavalry Brigade here played a lot of polo because a lot of the cavalry regiments were in India as British regiments, and they came back here. A great cavalry garrison. So the history is still with us. 101 years later, ladies and gentlemen, the Fisher ground, 101 years old. Here we line up. And Roddy Stanning, Leon Allen, Barney Jakes Gray, Will Young, Bob Sanchin and Hector Fair. This will be a day to remember as Jakes Gray playing better and better. I'm so happy for him after a long break, and he's going to take it round, and now he'll back it, not this time, so unlucky as so trying to recover the position there, and I'll have a word with Barney about that later on. But anyway, back they go. So Leon Allen there will take the ball up to the 60-yard line, ladies and gentlemen, and it's really good. So we'll see a flourish from the Navy, I hope, and the Blue Jackets will have a chance to get another goal. And despite the services getting smaller, the RAF, the Navy Polo squad's getting bigger, and the Army squad, counterintuitively, also getting bigger. Last year we had 206 registered players. We did tours to Egypt, and before that in India, Mongolia, Barbados, Morocco. And this year we've got invitations as Steve Spiller comes up to take the shot. Go on, Steve, bang it home, and he didn't quite get the legs here as whoa, and Hector Fair thinking, right, I'm going to take this ball out on a bit of a run, but he crossed the line, so this is going to be another penalty to the Royal Navy, and the Army are going to have to retreat back behind the goal, and this one won't be defended. It'll be a straight tap in for Steve to make it 8-3. And we've got about 6 minutes left, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. You've had tents here from the Royal Signals, the Army Sports Control Board, the Armed Forces. Well done, Steve, he nails it, and that's what he'll be pleased about. There is a goal, so it's 8-3. 8-3 in the final chukka of play, and the Army have just taken their foot off the gas just a little bit. And well done, Steve Spiller. That's his second goal today. So 8-3 it is. Now they'll try and say, come on, if we get another one, we really rattle them. And there's just a chance, just a sniff of a chance. That, but we need to see the clock so that we understand how long we've got, because that's when it gets exciting. Lovely little shot by Hector Fair. Now Bob Sanchin eyes it up. and he drives it on. Nice little shot by him, but he's going to take it on the far side. He should have takes it on the near side. Well done, Bob Sanchin. That's a superior shot by a very good player. Bob Sanchin, can he score a second goal? Ridden out of it. So the Army straight back into it. Barney Jakes Gray takes it round. Spiller takes it on the near side. That's the right side to take it. If he'd taken it on the other, it would have been a foul. Well done, Steve. Going to fight to the last. Steve Spiller, look at them. The two old stagers just beginning to engage, but Steve Spiller now will run with it. He knows what the form is. Well done, Steve. That's a clever piece of play. Here we go, and it's the young Steve Worsley, the fast chess pilot, going on to the advanced stage at RAF Valley, sticked off it by Will Young. And now it's Dean Bassett. Bassett battling it out with, now he leaves Harry Rourke free. Harry Rourke, a lovely little approach shot here, and he's going to go over the back line. And Chance goes begging for the senior service. And it's going to be a relief for the Army. 8 plays 3. They've taken the foot off the gas just a little bit here. I want to see some running, ladies and gentlemen, as a red kite parades over the pollarded trees just to the south of us. What a wonderful sight that is. You ornithologists, are there 2 of them there? It's a red kite, enormous bird, beautiful thing. Had a couple of them over the house the other day. He thought my old bald head was a bit of a red meat, and he nearly had a go at it. He shoved off in the end. Anyway, who are we waiting for? Pony's being changed. And so the red kite and the pollarded trees. I was told one year not to call it a sewage farm, but it is a sewage farm. There's no point beating around the bush. Honks when the wind is in the south, I can tell you. It makes a very good duck flighting pond, by the way. Anyway, here we go, as it's taken on by Hector Fair on the far side, and that's a nice little shot by him on the offside. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Steve Spiller and Barney Jakes Gray battling it out. Good ride off by both of them, and well done indeed. Dean Bassett gets the ball back. So now it would be really nice to see the odd run. Great shot on the offside, on the backhand. That's just quite superb. Look at the ride off by Steve Spiller, but Barney Jakes Gray gets one away. Well done, the Royal Signals Colonel, as he comes steaming down, and is Jakes Gray still there, but Steve wins the battle. Who's following up here now? Who's following up? And Bob Sanchin was scenting his opportunity there. And it's taken away by Hector Fair. Look at the ride-off by Will Young. Will Young doing well. He had a great first couple of chuggers. Been a bit quiet the last 2. Tacked away by... and that's brilliantly done. Great goal. Hector Fair puts the nail in the coffin and bangs it shut. And well done him. That was a great bit of work by Hector, but the work was all made by Barney Jakes Gray. So that is the 5th goal for Hector Fair. And it's time nearly up as 9 plays 3. It's not going to be the Royal Navy's day, sadly. The Rundle Cup will once again go to the Army, and we will see. So Pony's been changed? Not quite. What are they doing? They're just sorting themselves out. Prize giving immediately after this. Hello guys, are you enjoying it? Yeah, great. A lot of sales from Bluestone today. Have you had a good day? Yeah, of course, that's what I do. No, I do it around county shows and everything, so that's what I do. Of course, I normally gather your cards, but it was listed out. Good, of course. Oh, there's play. Marvellous. Thanks. So, well, you've had your time now, Bluestone Vineyard. You can shove off trying to chat me up and get some sales. God, dear. Anyway, here we go. It's Jakes Gray once again battling it out with Steve Spiller. Jakes Gray out now. Clever play. Can he nail it? Whoa. And that was going to be his crowning glory. It was Barney, this colonel in the Royal Signals. And now they're trying to bob... Sanchin gets the backhander in, and it drifts out of play. The Navy will have the knock-in on the backside. We've got about 2.5 minutes left. Don't forget the timer has unfortunately broke. It caught fire this morning. poor old Justin tried to get it going, and there was a puff of smoke and it went clunk So that was the end of that particular thing. Oh, ow, that hurt. Yo. Barney, are you all right? As Roddy Standing goes over, got him in the back. And so we may just have to check him out. So, yo. It's a rough, tough old game, this Polo. That's why it was such a good game for servicemen. It demands fitness, it demands teamwork, it demands bravery. And you've got to be skilled. And, of course, it's rough, it's tough. There was a wonderful man called Roscoe Harvey. Roscoe was the leading brigade commander in the Second World War, but he was also an 8-gold polo player. And is taken in by Steve, and is taken on by Dean Bassett there, and it just runs out of play. Steve, give him a cheer, come on, give him a cheer, let his own a run here. And well done, lovely shot by the young man from the 1st Battalion of the Rifles. Now Hector Fair sensing his opportunity, and can he get the final score here to make it up to 10, I wonder? Could this be the first double score for the Army? And he's taking it down, and he's going all the way. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by the Army, made by Bob Santrian, the young man from the Rifles who did that beautiful backhand on the near side, and that makes it 10-3. 10-3. I'm not sure how long we've got. That was a great piece of play by Santrian, and we haven't got long left here now, ladies and gentlemen. So it's 10 plays 3. So we've got 1:40 left. Thank you. So we're going to be looking at best playing pony to celebrate the ponies, and also the most valuable player. Here comes Barney Jakes Gray now, just circling, and he's off like a row. He's still going, and look at the ride-off. Young is doing his best. In comes Harry Rourke, and they skid it away. Now it's Santrian. Santrian, now lovely shot by Bob Santrian. Is he going to go? No! He goes wide of the right-hand post. Well done, Bob. He's really warming to the case here. We're going to have to get him along later in, and as the Navy bring it out, we've got about a minute left of the Rundle Cup 2022. Here comes Steve Spiller, full steam ahead for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to rise and salute him as the Navy come through. Well done. Oh, bad luck, Harry Rourke. Here comes Steve Spiller. Well done, Steve. Go. Here we go. Let's hope he scores a goal. Steve Spiller goes for it. Oh, and he goes thumping down. Such a nice guy, and here comes the young pilot. Where's the ball? And it runs wide of the right-hand post. And it's not the Navy's day today, but Steve, a lovely run by him. He's such a great guy with he and his wife. They live in the New Forest. He's a tough player. And there we go. And it's taken out wide. Now a chance for Will Young. Just keep your head, Will. Now this guy has the most raw talent in the Royal Artillery. Will Young, it's all yours, matey. Yes, oh, bad luck as he couldn't do it. And the commentator's kiss of death, as I call it. He either gets it or he doesn't. It's a 50-50 call, Henry. It's rather like your hair. Anyway, there we go. So, no, it's not, but we've got to give you some credit. Yeah, really? Oh, okay. No, you are a sensitive chap after all. It's game, it's all over. Sorry, I was fixated on the Colonel's, the chairman of Army Polo's bald head. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Victory to the Army.
So there we are, a win for the Army. Comprehensive victory here in the Rundle Cup. They've won by 10 goals to 1.
10-3. The British Army victorious in the Rundle Cup 2022. Our thanks to Palantir. Prize giving will be up next, but both teams are going to come sliding past in just a moment as they come round. Led by the two umpires, Roddy Stanning and Leon Allen.
Yeah, Yes, just to confirm then, the final score 10-3 in favour of the Army here.
So here we go, as they come past, salute the Royal Navy. And they came close in times. I thought they were going to do it, but maybe not. As salute them all, Lieutenant Steve Burley, this fast jet pilot, Commodore Dean Bassett, who has such a busy time up at the Joint Headquarters, Surgeon Captain Harry Rourke, and Commander Steve Spiller, who's such a great guy. Come on, get on your feet, give them a cheer. It's been great entertainment out there as they come round, and now we'll let them come past. We'll have their moment of glory. Get your photographs up, everybody. I want to see you on your feet as here we go. And the Navy coming past us now, Steve Worsley, Commodore Dean Bassett, Sergeant Command Captain Harry Rourke and Commander Steve Spiller. Whoops, and they bump into each other. Now salute this new Army team as they come round. Rifleman Bob Santrian of the 1st Battalion, the Rifles. Captain Will Young of 29 Commando Regiment Royal Artillery. Lieutenant Colonel Barney Jakes Gray of the Royal Signals. And Lieutenant Hector Fair. Great salute there by the Rifleman in great style. Well done, the Army! Prize giving in about 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Prize giving, stick around, get out on the ground, take a walk, get the divot stopped, don't go home, stick around. Great victory for the Army over the Navy. Yeah, hey, what fun.
Well, we won't be sticking around, of course, for the presentations. We'll be catching those and giving them to you in any recorded highlights so that you can see on BFBS. Of course, our live transmission will be coming to an end very, very shortly. Hopefully we'll just get a reaction, maybe from the man himself, from Colonel Simon Ledger, who's been providing us the entertaining commentary this afternoon on this match. Simon obviously commentating for the assembled audience here around the stadium, as well as for all of you watching wherever you happen to be all around the forces world. But a comprehensive victory in the end for the Army team by 10-3. Really was a comprehensive performance. The Navy got themselves back into it. They levelled it at 1-1 in that first chukka, but after that it was really one-way traffic until Dean Bassett managed to get a goal back for the Navy to make it 8-2. They then got a third one from Steve Spiller, his second goal of the game, but it was then left to Hector Fair and a really excellent goal to make it 10-1 right at the end. And well, that brings us really to full circle. We've enjoyed plenty of action here today, of course, at Tidworth Park. If you were with us earlier on, you would have seen the victory for the UK Armed Forces team, a victory by 6 goals to 5, I should say, against the US military team in what was a really pulsating, exciting game of polo. But this one a little bit more straightforward for the Army. Let me just bring Simon in very, very quickly for a final thought for our forces viewers all around the world. And Simon, thanks ever so much for your brilliant commentary this afternoon. It's been so entertaining. We've been enjoying it here. I'm sure everyone else at home has been watching it wherever they are. But a comprehensive win for the Army.
Yeah, and I'm very pleased. It's an experimental team. You know, I'm particularly pleased for Rifleman Bob Santrian. It's his first week, if you like, playing Army polo at this level, and well above what he's normally used to, and he rose to the occasion in every way. He now departs and goes on his pre-exercise deployment to Kenya. So it's been a good break for him, but he's done very well indeed. Very proud of Will Young, who's just completing his course before he goes off to 29 Commando Regiment. Barney Jakes Gray goes back to Burnford, where he's got a post there as an SO1. And Hector Fair, well, he's aboard again next week because he's a new troop leader or platoon commander commander, I should say, in one of the new Ranger battalions. So I'm thrilled for them. I really am very pleased with that victory. It's the first double-digit victory for years since I started doing this in 1987, when His Royal Highness Prince Charles used to play, and then we did get a serious kicking sometimes, and I know one of them went to double figures. So in that era, well done the Army, I would say.
And what went wrong for the Navy today? I mean, you know,
luck.
Was it bad luck?
It was, because polo is such a confidence game that once things start running for you and start working for you, as you notice, ponies get in the way, it looks as if it's going to be a goal, it isn't, and it suddenly starts to go wrong. That can get at you, and therefore you push yourselves a bit too much. The Army noticeably relaxed after those first 3 goals, which was Paddy Self, the Army coach's strategy. Get some goals in the bank, then relax, and it'll flow. And he was absolutely right. And it's like any sport. It doesn't matter whether you're a sailor, a footballer, a hockey player, as I used to play for the Army as hockey, and you know, if you tightened up, it didn't work. You couldn't get it just didn't quite go the distance. On other days it does, and it went our way today, and we were good, and I'm very proud of them indeed.
Simon Ledger, thank you so much indeed once again for your fantastic contribution to our broadcast today. I know we've got the presentations coming up very shortly, which we'll be recording, not taking those live, as I'm sure that the majority of our audience will probably be tuning into some of the sport that's going on. But
indeed, and if I could say to all the boys and girls out there, any service, Royal Air Force, Royal Navy, Army, this game is available to you. People who have been playing today, who don't come from the typical stable, if you excuse the pun, and it's been my dream for the last 21 years to open the game up to talent that is here in the Army quite naturally, and I want to give them an opportunity to play, and we subsidise them through sponsorship. We also do things at the higher level because we have to, and diplomatic processes in India in particular, have been very, very well received, but it's at the lower level that I'm interested in, because that's where Will Young came from.
Well, I can tell you that we probably just about doubled the audience today. You had, 5,000 or 6,000 people here at Tidworth Park today, and a similar number have been watching, as far as we can see from our figures at the moment, on our media channels as well, on Forces News, Facebook and on YouTube. So we've doubled the audience, and maybe you may have been coming across some people who'd be interested in joining.
Yes, please, and if you look up the BritishArmyPolo.org, that's the website. Get in touch with me, Colonel Simon Ledger, and I'll look after you and guide you and put you in touch with the right people. And do come along. It's open to everybody.
Simon, thank you very much indeed. That's the legend that is Colonel Simon Ledger, who's been commentating for us throughout the afternoon. And that is where we're going to end our coverage today, live here from Tidworth Park for the polo. At the moment, the presentation is just about to be made, I think, for the UCAF team against the United States for that Indian Cavalry Association Cup. And then after that, of course, it will be the presentations made as well for the Rundle Cup. But from all of us here, me, John Knighton, and for cameraman Dom Goodliff, who's been here today, also looking after things back at base today. We've got our engineering team and also everyone involved with our production today, Scott and also to Kyle. My thanks to them. Thanks to you for watching. We'll see you again soon for some more live sport here on Forces News.